Be me, decent 8/10. Ripped body, jawline that could cut steel. Never particularly confident due to introverted personality. Women always hit on me and people consider me to be conventionally attractive. Know I could be socially successful if I weren't so insular when it came to emotions. Get into a 3-year relationship spanning high school. She initiated everything and pursued me. Flattered, I reciprocate and we get together. Openingup.jpg. Love her with all my heart, she makes me feel as though I'm the most beautiful guy in the world. Learns every one of my little quirks, never makes me feel ashamed for being emotional or nerding out about my passions. Feel like I am finally discovering my personality. Watch TV together, go on dates, trips to the beach, cuddles in bed while it's raining on a cold day. First time I feel as though I really know someone, every day spent wanting to see her. Tells me that she wants to marry me someday. What could go wrong? Final exams and the spicy cough hit. Get put in lockdown by the government. Ficfuckfic.png. We continue to chat every day, just to continue to keep things feeling real during the lockdown. I get progressively more stressed about my future and the state of the world, become dejected and rub off negative emotions on others. My general negativity regarding life drags her down, but she sticks with me. She performs worse in school and blames my negativity for it. Feelguilty.jpg. Realize I was an emotional burden on her. My selfish love for her, in my eyes, didn't outweigh her well-being and future. Dump her. Don't tell her the reason why I did what I did. Care too much for her to allow her to drown with me. Studying consumes my life. Exams.mp4. Lingering feeling of grief like a constant backtrack when I'm not distracting myself. Exams finish. Did you ever talk to her since she broke it off? Yeah, on and off on WhatsApp, and after about 2 months I was in a dark place and made a fucking video about us. Made a script, a buddy was my cameraman, the whole nine. We met again and she just changed. I didn't recognize her. She was completely shut off probably, for self-preservation. Looking back now that video is the weakest thing I've ever done. But I learned from it. It looked awesome though, I like fucking around on DaVinci, video editing, as a hobby. And how did you react at that moment BTW? Mate, you will not believe this shit. Be me. Friday after a grueling week of field exercises, infantry. Tired AF, have plans to meet her though. I felt something was off for a while, wanted to talk about it. Mom calls me grandpa died. Drive home, 2 hours, go to grandma, stay there a bit to console her. Drive, 2 hours, to her place after that. Have to stop a couple of times, because I'm so fucking tired. Get there, ring bell. She opens the door, I go to kiss her, and in that exact moment I knew something was off. Wouldn't you know it, she breaks up. Didn't cry, wasn't angry. I was just so fucking disappointed in her. Told her this and I left. Next day. Her mom and sister drive out to see me the very next day. I loved her family more than my own. I cry like I've never cried before and they do as well. Fucking hell man. I behaved like a simp and wanted her back, compassed a piece for her birthday. Dude no way. You did the same thing I did, damn. I did the video for her birthday as well. Dude even though you had a weak moment and that's why you made the video I gotta say you sound hella strong and smart. I mean you tried to fight for her, but it didn't work out. I respect that even though you should maybe have done no contact. And that you learned STH. From that video is amazing. Also it's based that you're in the military, wanted to join for a long period, but because I was diagnosed with depression last year, because of the breakup I don't quite think I'm mentally fit for the military, physically I am though. Mom calls me grandpa died. She breaks up. That has got to be the worst moment in your life, but dude honestly you came out on top. I hope all that shit doesn't turn you cold cause it sounds like you had to experience some serious stuff. Especially with this new girl that ghosts you, you really need to watch out not to have a negative outlook on dating and women in general. Also that her parents drove to you kinda proves that you were decent but, well it obviously didn't work out because of her. But it proves you're definitely a guy who can be in a relationship. I know a lot of friends who struggle with that. They believe they have had some issues that made them unlovable. While she never got to experience that freedom. Yeah maybe it's that. I mean she went to college 6 months ago, is studying Japanology now and well it's one of the biggest cities in the area. And yeah the age difference was also pretty hard on us cause she was immature and when I went to college I quickly grew up and understood That you have to work for everything, that friends don't stay when you don't put in effort, maybe she is learning that RN. I bet she still has a weak spot for you. Thanks man. I don't quite think I'm mentally fit for the military. On paper, I didn't either. But it turned out to be the best decision I ever made. I'd say go for it, if you really want to. That has got to be the worst moment in your life. It's up there for sure, it's weird she didn't have the decency to at least wait a week or something. Again, seems like she was manipulated by her roommates, 3 girls. I saw the look on their faces when I was leaving, and I just knew they had something to do with it. Not to have a negative outlook on dating, and women in general. Too late for that mate. I'm done actively trying to find women, I just let life come at me, and see what happens. I'm a hopeless romantic at heart though. Also. That her parents drove to you kinda proves that you were decent. I miss her mom more than here now. Her sister still visits me from time to time, big brother kind of thing. You have to work for everything, that friends don't stay when you don't put in effort, maybe she is learning that RN. Growing up is realizing that any relationship takes effort. Some couples can overcome this, most break. I certainly couldn't care less about her RN. Whatever you do, don't reach out to her first. Like I said, you sound like a good guy as well, and I promise you a balanced healthy woman with no deep issues that doesn't really need your help will change your outlook on life in a positive way. The difference is insane. I feel the same way, thanks man. That all ain't weak, that's strong. Meh, I appeared weak, and as a man, that turns out as a negative most of the time. Looking back, I could have saved it if I handled the problem faster. Noticed things were off some weeks in advance. I thought she'd come to me with her issues but turns out she talked to everyone except me, go figure. Meeting a woman that prioritizes you above everything is an absolute life changer. Tell me about your most cringe-worthy dates. I have many, most of which involve me drinking too much. Be me dating girl. She wants to go on 3rd date to fancy restaurant. On the trip there I'm nervous af knocking back drinks. When there I almost knock over a plate. Go out for a smoke and she comes with. Puke on her new shoes. There was number 4th date. Dating another girl. Go on clubbing night with her and some of her friends. Puke in the Uber, all over the floor. Uber driver stops and girls run out. I light a driver saying I'm gonna draw money to fund the cleanup, then run off. No more dates with her either. Also. Date significantly older girl from Tinder. She picks me up from my house cause I can't drive. Go ice skating, I fall over and almost knock her over. Walk around the park and I can't think of anything to say. She drives me home. Eventually stops dating me because it feels like babysitting. Also. Date vegan girl, didn't realize till she told me. Wear leather jacket and shoes to date. Order big steak on date talking about how much I love meat. Another one. Go bowling with girl from Tinder. Show up like 45 minutes late. Forgotten my wallet, so she has to pay for everything. I put the barriers up for myself cause I suck at bowling, and win. She buys fries for us to share. She goes to the bathroom, and while daydreaming I accidentally eat all the fries. I have to take a phone call from my mom so leave her sitting there for half an hour or so. Many such cases. Be me. In school. I'm not popular, but people know me, and I'm looked on fondly. Some people don't like me but it's nothing. Sitting at lunch. Minding my own business. Kid at other table that doesn't like me whispers to another kid. Few seconds later hear this. Hey and on you have dick cheese? Apparently one of the kids said I was uncircumcised. Instantly denied it. People start laughing and yelling that I have sick cheese. People are minding their own business, though so it doesn't really matter. Think it's kind of funny. Next day they do the same thing. Think it will blow over in a week. 2 months pass. Life is shit now. Basically everyone in school has heard about it. Everyone makes fun of me. People that were once my friends leave me. More rumors start popping up. People start saying I have the cheese touch and run away from me. People keep on telling others. Whenever I find someone new they either already know or find out later. No girls talk to me now. One kid ruined the entire school for me. What do I do? There's no going back and this will probably follow me into next year. Be me. 32 years male 6 feet 210 pounds football scholarship full ride to after HS. Go Cougs. Dad bod now with 3 kids. Work on space shit for Master Elon. High test male equals hairy ass. Bathroom ritual. Only at home toilet. Always use 2 to 3 sheets thick and soft TP. First set of sheets dip in the toilet water before poo NP. Use to wipe ass. Then dry to get all the shit out of the jungle. Buy 20k lil moist towelettes. Always keep a few on me. Public potty squat like an Asian, so ass doesn't touch seat. First wipe always wet. Last always dry. Been doing this since I was 18. Engineer, so guess him on the spectrum. Wife just found out why I always carry those damn towelettes everywhere. Wife, that's weird, but also kinda smart, she tells everyone at family party. All my friends and family now do the same. WTF, I thought this was normal. Fieldsman. Be me. Working at this restaurant. Waitress MILF at my job being flirty. Me being a brown balding Southeast Asian subhuman busboy confused AF. Always initiates touch when we pass each other. Gives me random conversation. Turns into pudding when we're in the same room. Asks me stupid questions. She can't focus on her job when I'm around. Gets nervous as fuck. Sometimes batting her eyes at me. Every time we lock eyes on the floor her eyes widen like a fucking deer in headlights. Other girls who are less prettier than her at work don't even give me the time of day. She'll shit test me on stupid little things. When the waiters and the bus boys joke around that we should date, she gets all flustered. Gives me the cheesiest smile over a simple conversation. Finds excuses to talk to me every shift. Always asks how I'm doing. Says thank you constantly for the most mundane things where other waitresses would just ignore my gestures and keep it moving. Always asks me to make her coffee. Sometimes asks me to save her leftover food. When I'm socializing with the boys, I'll catch her staring into my soul. What do? Guys, I don't know what to think here, but this girl likes me. She's been on my dick since Valentine's Day, when she gave me a piece of candy, when we were by ourselves in the elevator. Since this day I noticed her throwing herself at me. She's a Dominican beauty, like pick related, but with lighter skin, so she's not a nigger. The waiters and busboys tell me to make a move on her, but I'm not sure since she's a single mother. And I'm not sure if she's using me as a bailout plan, using me for attention, or throwing me a pity party. What should I do? I don't want to catch feelings for her and don't want to get attached. Be me. Go to an all-girls Catholic school. Meet this QT older student. One day she needs to go to the bathroom. Come with me, Annette. Go with her to the bathroom. Door close. She scans the area for anyone else inside. Pulls me in for a kiss. Gets steamy. JPEG stops after what felt like an hour. Head starts spinning while she washes hands. We both leave. Still think about it, does this mean I'm lesbian now and ons? Be me. Poor as fuck. Had to fill card just before payday. Literally check my bank balance on my phone in the car. Put $19 of petrol in the car because it's all I can afford. Go inside to pay for my petrol. Some faggot at the front of the queue loudly declares how generous he's feeling today and announces that he's going to pay for the fuel of the person behind him. Person behind him is this mother with her little kid, and she thanks this dude and goes on about how hard it is balancing expenses and says she wants to pay for my petrol. I turn around and realize the person behind me was a boomer grandma who I had seen filling an entire tank of this Toyota Prada 4WD. Say no and refuse to let the woman pay for my petrol and say I'll pay for my own. Say I'm broke and I can only afford to put $19 of petrol in my car. Get chastised by the mother and the grandmother and the guy trying to do his big random act of kindness. Cashier even gives me this sour looks. Seriously, I get paid tomorrow. And I have $3 in my bank account. What the fuck was I going to pay for an entire tank of petrol for someone's 4WD? Be me in my 20s. Live next to ex-Google executive that was on the preferred rehire list if he ever wished to return. Short dude, basically a manlet. No sense of style. Has a smoking hot wife who did corporate taxes. One day curious about his success. Ask him if we can chat. He invites me into his apartment. He shows me a book he recently published. As a bookseller, I looked it up and released it was selling well. We start talking about women. He says getting a good job is like getting a good woman, it's a numbers game. TLDR. It's a number game, my boy, make sure you're talking to a few girls and don't get your hopes up, very similar to applying for jobs.